Hey, what's going on, guys? Bennie Childs, founder of the Teach Me to Fish FX trading community, and I'm back with another inspirational video. Before I get into this video, please, if you have not done so yet, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Costs you nothing but an opportunity to be a part of a community that provides strictly value. Okay. Also, go ahead and smash that like button if you can, and be sure to comment your opinion, your thoughts, your views as well. So today's video is coming from an individual who reached out to me on a social media platform, and his name is WB_Dennis, aka Wealth Builder. So Dennis, thank you so much for reaching out. I really appreciate you for doing that. And he was basically asking help. He's asking for help with basically managing his trades, risk reward, taking profit, that kind of thing. I'll go ahead and read what he says. He says, I really love your content on YouTube. I appreciate that so much. It has helped a lot with the market maker method strategy. All right. The issue I have now is taking profits. All right. And I have had that issue before in the past myself. All right. So hopefully you guys aren't hearing that. Give me 1 second, Lee. Okay, it's muted. All right, so I've had that issue in the past as well. I think we all do. All right. He says the issue I have now is taking profits. Please, do you recommend I use a fixed pip take profit or what? There are times I'm up 50 pips and end up breaking even because I want to let my profits run. All right, I think we're all that. There's a lot of times where I have had my issues. He continues to say there are times I close at 20 pips and it ends up going hundreds of pips. All right, so I'm really confused on how to set my TPs. Will really appreciate it if you could give me some gem on that. Thank you. All right, and that's what I'm going to do. Thank you again, WB_Dennis, aka Wealth Builder. I appreciate you for reaching out. So let's address some of these things. You guys know I'm always looking for runners too. Okay. However, we cannot gloss over the fact that pips are pips. Okay, when you're able to capture pips, that means that your account is growing. All right, so yeah, you may be able to bank 20 pips and that move actually goes up 100 pips. I want you to get in your mindset, so what? Okay, so what? And I'm gonna help you now. I'm gonna help you also be able to catch those major moves as well. Okay, but I want you to get into the habit and the mindset of saying, so what? Hey, you got your 20 pips, you're growing your account, and that's the main thing. That's our main focus, is to grow our account. Okay, so that's the first thing. All right, is that mindset is, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get these pips. All right, I do recommend having a set amount of pips. All right, and I'm going to show you a workaround for that, but I do recommend having a set amount of pips. Okay, it's really going to depend on the pair. All right, it's really going to depend on the pair. My main focus is the pound pairs, gold, and the S&P 500. Okay, those are the pairs that I focus on. Okay, those are the pairs that I'm mainly looking for, those setups. Why? Because I know that, hey, if I have a 50 pip goal for the day, I know that I'm going to be able to reach and gain that goal. All right. Those are with the pound pairs, because those pairs are like 90 plus pips a day. Okay. If not 100. Okay. And same thing with your S&P 500 and your gold. All right. So have that set pip goal in mind. All right. 20 pips, 50 pips, 75 pips, 100 pips, whatever. Have that set. Like, okay, I'm shooting for 20 pips. That's what I'm going to get. Okay. Now, the way that I do it is I have a ratio in mind. Okay. And that ratio is basically, whenever I get into a trade, I'm looking for a 1 to 1.5. Okay, that way, even if you have a 50% win rate, all right, your account is going to grow. Okay, so let's say you win out of 100 trades, you win 50. Okay, you lose 50, all right, and you win 50. Okay, those 50 wins are going to outweigh those 50 losses. Why? Because you're going for a 1 to 1.5 profit. Okay, so also what's going to help is for you to be able to analyze structure, and I'll do some updated things on that, but I have past videos that show you how exactly to do that. But let's say, for instance, if we come here, I'm on GU. Let's say we have this move down here. Okay, it comes down. We have a nice engulfing pattern right here. We get in after that. Okay, I already have this set for. It should be set for. It's not set here. Let me go in and set it. All right. So let's say. Let's say we're trying to go for 25 pips. All right, 25 pips. All right, so that means that 1 to 1.5. Let me pull up my calculator. Yeah, I was right. 1 to 1.5 would be 37 pips, or 37.5 pips. Bam. All right, so that's what it should look like. Okay, let's blow this up for you guys. Make sure you can see this. All right, so that's basically what your trade is looking like. Okay, you're risking 25 to gain 37.5 pips. All right, 37.5 pips. That's good. That's really good. Okay, you're talking about 20 plus pips. All right. Now, if you could read structure, you would see that, okay, price has moved all the way down here with no interruption. All right, no interruption. So when I get in this trade, I would be expecting this trade to ride all the way up to this supply area right here. Okay, and this again, this is for structure. So this is how you can get more pips. So now, instead of risking 25 pips for 37.5 pips, and what I would like to do is bring it right at the bottom, okay, of that zone. Now you're risking 25 pips to get 140, over 140.5 pips. Let's say you're risking 25 pips for 140 pips. Did you get it, or are we on our way to getting it? Yes, we are. I'm on the 4 hour. You guys know I love trading the 4 hour. Okay. So, but if you don't know how to read structure, 1 to 1.5 is a really good ratio. Okay, and so no matter what it is. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. If, for instance, let me delete this. If I see price coming down, okay, we got this nice engulfing pattern right here. Just to be honest with you, I probably would have got in over here. Okay, I want to show you guys realistically. I would have gotten in off of this one. Okay, Nice wick rejection right here on the 4 hour. Let me do this. Nice. Let me put an arrow. Okay, we got a nice wick rejection right here on the 4 hour plus an engulfing. All right, that's a nice zone right there. I need to switch this back over, guys. All right, that's a nice zone right here. This zone right here that was created. Bam. Okay. All right. So realistically, if I'm watching this trade, bam, I'm coming in right here. All right. And typically, I'm going here at the bottom of the zone plus 10. So right now we're risking 43. Oops. We're risking 43. I need to make this 53. Bam. Stop loss is not hit. All right. Up in profit a little bit, come down, does not hit my stop loss. All right. And so my stop loss would be 53 pips. Okay. And so for the ratio, just go 53 times 1.5. All right. I should be risking, my profit should be 79.5. Right there. Bam. Does it get hit? Yes, it does. Now your account is up 79.5 pips. And be fine with it. Be happy with it. All right. If you're not familiar with reading, or if you're not familiar with reading structure. If you are familiar with reading structure, then you're gonna take it up to, again, the bottom. This is me. I'm going for the bottom. Okay. The bottom of the stop loss. All right. That's how I would do it. Okay. Now, here's another way it can be done, and this is what I typically do. Okay. I'm going to shoot for, I'm going to manually place my take profit for the top of that zone. Okay. Manually take it, set my take profit for the top of that zone. I'm going to put in a trailing stop for 1-to-1. What do I mean? I'm risking 53 pips, so I'm going to put a trailing stop in for 53 pips, maybe 50 to be honest with you. So that way, once my trade is up 50 pips, my stop loss automatically gets moved to break even. My stop loss automatically gets moved to break even. I have notifications set up on my MT4, okay, to notify me whenever any changes has taken place to any trades. All right, so I'm gonna get that notification. As soon as I get that notification, I go in, I cancel the stop loss, and then I take partial profit. I may take 25 pips, okay, take 25 pips worth of the trade, and now I'm letting the rest run to hit my take profit. Okay. Now here's another way. This is how you can also catch these runners, doing the same thing but adding a little bit of a difference. Okay. Put in your stop loss. All right. Set your trailing stop for the 1-to-1. So for me, it would have been 50 pips. All right. When that trade gets into break even, I'm taking half of that and I'm letting the rest run without a take profit. Okay, without a take profit in mind. So that way, hey, I just banked 25 pips. All right, my account is definitely 25 pips more than what I started with. I'm at a break even, no risk trade now. Okay, and now I'm going to allow my trade to run as far as it can go until I get stopped out. Okay, now in a lot of those cases, what happens is, hey, it reverses back on you. It takes out your stop loss. But normally, if you're trading like pound pairs and you get in at the right move, you're not gonna get a very big retracement. Your stop loss, your trailing stop does not get hit. It continues up, and that trailing stop begins to secure more pips for you. All right, and that way you're ensuring yourself that, hey, I'm either going to grow my account or I'm not losing anything. All right. So again, if you set that trailing stop for your 1-to-1, okay, once that trailing stop gets hit, go ahead and secure some profits. All right, and you can let the rest run without a take profit in mind, or you can let the rest run until your take profit is hit. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. All right, and just to recap again, have you a set, you can do this 3 different ways. Okay, have you a set take profit. Okay, have you guys a set take profit with a 1 to 1.5 risk reward. Okay, all right, and again, what that looks like, hey, if I am risking, let's say I'm risking 50 pips to get 75 pips. All right, that is a 1 to 1.5. Okay, all right, and you let that trade run out, you let the take profit hit, bam, you're good to go. All right, second way, okay, you can still set your 1 to 1.5 risk reward trade. Okay, after that, once that's set and put in place, put in a trailing stop for a 1-to-1. So if you're risking 50 pips, put in a trailing stop for 50 pips. All right, once that trailing stop is initiated and your trade is now break even, you're now in a break even, no risk reward, or a break even, no risk trade. All right, take some off, let the rest run to your take profit. Okay, the third way is to set a stop loss and set your trailing stop for the 1-to-1. Okay, so in this instance, 50 pips, set your trailing stop for 50 pips. Once that trailing stop gets initiated and you're at break even, go ahead and take some profits off and let the rest run. Okay, let it go as high as it's going, as it's going to go, or as high as you want it to go. All right, one key thing that I forgot to mention is once that trailing stop is initiated, what I try my best to do is to move that stop loss up in the amount of the spread. Okay, so let's say if GU spread is 3 pips, my trailing stop, it gets initiated, I take partial profit. Now I'm moving that trailing stop up a minimum of the spread, which is 3 pips for GU for my broker. Okay, that way you're definitely in a break even slash no risk trade. All right, because now, hey, if the market does go against you, once that spread amount is hit, you're completely out at break even. However, you did secure partial profits. Okay, so hey guys, I hope that all of that made sense. If it does not, please comment below, let me know what you guys think. All right, so again, to answer the question at hand by WB_Dennis, aka Wealth Builder, and I know many of you guys have had this question: have you a set profit in mind when you're just starting out? That way you can make sure you get some profits. However, for me, one thing again that I love to do, I use option number 3. I go ahead and set my my stop loss. I put in my trailing stop for 1-to-1. Once that trailing stop is initiated, I go ahead and take partial profits, deactivate the trailing stop, push it up to push my stop loss up to the spread, put that above your entry point, based on whatever the spread is. If the spread is 14 pips for that pair, then you put that stop loss at 14 pips. All right, and then you can let the rest run, take profit based on structure. All right, and wait for the next setup. Okay, as simple as that, guys. As simple as that. Again, if you're a newbie just starting out, you want to grow that account, set your trades for 1 to 1.5, let that take profit get hit, and wait for the next setup. As simple as that. And again, if you trade these pound pairs, they oftentimes they like to move with no interruption. All right, so it's very possible. Oh yeah, look at GU. GU is just on an uptrend on the 4-hour, so it's very possible that GU could be making a run for, show you guys, GU could be making a run for this zone up here. My goodness. So alright guys, that's gonna be it. If you have not checked out my latest videos, I have a video, I have a free strategy and system for you guys called the Sauce strategy. It is a free alternative to the arrow system or the bag strategy, which I mean, it is what it is. It's very close to my workflow trading strategy, but I do have that for you guys, so make sure you check out those videos. The links are in those descriptions. Alright guys, I hope that this has been helpful. I hope this has not been too long. I hope that this has provided some good value for you guys, and I really appreciate you guys for watching the video, liking the video, disliking the video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting your feelings down below. So I appreciate you guys, and always remember, if you stay in God, you will stay in control. All right, happy fishing. Bye bye.